Cardiovascular disease is the #1 cause of death globally. This is news review from ASE Learning Science. I'm Kahlan and this is my colleague Mohammed.
Stay with us till the end to know new information and vocabs about cardiovascular disease.
Do you know, Mohammed, that a cardiovascular disease is a range of conditions that may affect your heart or blood vessels?
There are many types of this disease, Kahlan, that can affect anyone at any age.
Yes, Mohammed. You can be born with a heart defect known as congenital heart disease, or you can develop a problem with higher heartbeats. This is known as arrhythmia. A cardiovascular disease can cause a heart attack or a stroke. Can you imagine?
Oh, this is really sick, Kahlan. What are the risk factors that may lead to cardiovascular disease?
High blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, smoking, physical inactivity, an unhealthy diet, or it can be inherited from your parents.
That means, Kahlan, we can reduce the risk of developing a cardiovascular disease by living a healthy lifestyle or quitting smoking.
Of course, Mohammed. So, from now on, try to eat a balanced diet with plenty of fresh fruits and vegetables, plus exercising regularly.
This is our advice for you in this episode. Now, let's watch together Ar-Rasheed YouTubers who will talk about cat, that is a national plant and daily habit.
Hello Ela, how are you doing today?
I'm good, Alhamdulillah.
I feel that I want to talk to someone. No one at home today.
Where are they?
They went to attend a wedding of a family member. As you know, it always includes cat chewing.
Do you know that cat has been used for centuries and it's popular in Yemen and in parts of Africa? It has been used to facilitate social introduction for stimulation and to decrease hunger. It is also used to stay awake during shift work and help with school performance.
Yes, Ela, I read an article says that cat contains two stimulants, which are caffeine and caffeine. They are similar to amphetamine. This drug stimulates the central nervous system and has similar effects and risks. This drug is chewed and it produces amphetamine-like effects, giving the user a sense of euphoria, a false sense of well-being, and can increase energy.
Nada, I read once that caffeine is also known as beta-ketaamphetamine. Minimally differs in its structure than amphetamine. In nature, the available form is S-caffeinone, which is also happens to be more potent than R-caffeinone.
You are absolutely right. Most of the reports indicate that you'll get 30 to 100 milligram per 100 gram of fresh leaves. Caffeine activity is very similar to amphetamine by inducing dopamine and norepinephrine release and blocking their uptake, leading to everything from wakefulness to increased cardiovascular activity.
Nada, we cannot deny that among the positives are increased alertness, increased talkativeness, mood lift, and increased motivation. That's why they show it during their gatherings and celebration.
But it has more negatives like anxiety, insomnia, dry mouth, hyperthermia, aggressiveness, and restlessness. Do you know, Elaf, that it can lead to some problems in the cardiovascular system like tachycardia, palpitations, and hypertension?
Nada, I heard that during the countdown, people may suffer from insomnia, depressed mood, and irritability. Long-term cancers are like anorexia, constipation, cardiovascular issues, and reproductive problems, suicidal depressions, schizophrenic psychosis.
Oh my God, Elaf! We should think before chewing cat in the future. Don't you think?
Definitely. The bell rings. My parents came. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And now our cameras will shift between some of Ar-Rasheed students who have an adorable facial feature, dimples. Ar-Rasheed explorers will explain for us their reason.
why some students are having these holes in their faces and some don't.
Dimples, those adorable features. We think about them that they are cute or attractive, but surprisingly, we know little about them. Cheek dimples aren't exactly at the top of the researchers' priority lists, or they are not even sure what they are. And if you think that they are inherited, well, yes, but not necessarily the way you think. We do know that they are fairly common. Studies in different populations found that 10 to 40% of people have dimples.
Hello, this is me, Ilyas, and this is my brother Anas.
Anatomical studies suggest that it has to do with a variation in the muscle in the face called zygomaticus major. This funny sounding muscle helps us to smile and connects the corners of the mouth in the cheekbones, just under the eyes.
Yes, Ilyas, when we are happy or even faking it, this muscle contracts, pulling the corners of the mouth upwards. But sometimes, instead of staying as one continuous muscle all the way from the cheekbone, the zygomaticus major splits in two and attaches in two splits, with one part connecting to the usual spot just above the corner of the mouth and the other attaching slightly below. This variation is called bifid.
When this happens, the lower section also sometimes contracts to some cheek skin. So when bifid zygomaticus major muscles contract, it is thought that the lower section part pulls on that skin, causing it to buckle, causing the dimple.
But Ilyas, it's hard to say that the bifid muscle is only reason for dimples. It's also connected to genetics, where a child has 50 to 100% chance of having dimples if one of their parents does.
This is really interesting. I hope you've enjoyed our topic and learned new things about these facial features.
Bye-bye.
What are you doing?
I want to have dimples.
Hello everyone, my name is Rama. Today I want to play with you an interesting game. Guess the scientific term. First, I will give you an example. At plus tom. Autumn. Autumn is the basic unit of matter. Now steady, ready, go. Germ plus I plus nation. Germination. The process by which organisms grow from seeds or spores. Number 2. Electricity. Electricity. Electricity is a form of energy and the flow of tiny particles or charges. Number 3. Milky Way. Milky Way is the galaxy that contains our solar system. The last one, electron. Electrons is a very small particle that has a negatively charge and travel around the nucleus of the atom. I hope you enjoyed our game and thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Finally, at the end of this episode, don't forget to follow us and maybe participate and be part of us in the Arrasheed Scientific Era program.
This is our advice to you in this episode.
For will.
The corners of the mouth upward, but sometimes instead of staying.
This is known as arrhythmia.
The variation of the muscle in the face called zygomaticus major. This funny sounding major muscle.
And now let's watch together Ar-Rasheed YouTubers that may... رشني الصوت تقلعنا سمعت التليفون كنت ما سمعت